Our problem still is that a number of our pensioners today has been caught in the crossroad of not being registered in time or duly registered, or the lack of information pertaining to this whole pension fund. But it has become mandatory since 1998, and still it is so, how you would say, it is so embarrassing to see that still, even though it's mandatory, premiums are being deducted from salaries because it's mandatory, that still the correct process of registration is not finalized for a number of persons. We as a union, that's why we went on the campaign to explain them, because there are certain school boards, not all the school boards, certain school boards that cannot get it right. They are subsidized by government, so therefore the rights and privilege of the teachers working under that school board should be the same. The entity of the pension fund is mandatory for them also. But what is really the problem for the finalization of the registration? We cannot clearly outline it. I know in the past we had one school board that was claiming that the medical had to be paid for by the government, or by the teachers, sorry. And we proved to them, no, the medical has to be paid for by the school board via your subsidy. You understand? So then finally we got that school board to cooperate and indicate a medical practitioner to be able to do those for the persons. But you see, in education, you have an inflow, a constant inflow of new persons. So it has to follow up. And the persons coming in, if they are lack, let's say they lack of knowledge pertaining to this, they would not pay attention. Of course, it's taken, the premiums are taken automatically. So they would figure that everything is all right. So that's why our campaign of awareness was centered actually towards the teacher. Pay attention to your things. It is for you and for your future. So make sure you have the checklist. Make sure that your premiums are paid. Make sure that you are registered. This is what you have to do to get registered. You need a medical and you need to fill in a form. If your employer didn't give you, visit the office of the APS and request, show with your pay slip the proof that you are working and it is deducted. And from there, once you get a letter from the pension fund acknowledging and giving you a number, a stamp number, giving you a number and acknowledging that you are a member, then you can lay back and say, well, I can continue working now for my 35 years and know that my pension will be intact. The other problem that we also spoke about was the fact that the pension age were being carried to 62. Now, you have to harmonize those two areas, because you can't have the social pension from the SVB going to 62 without the one from the general pension fund going to 62. Because if you have that one from the general pension fund, the APS, staying at 60, then people would have to wait 2 years. So there will be a gap of lack of income of a part of the income for 2 years until they reach 62 to be able to collect that part from the SZA. While actually we have teachers and civil servants gotten a franchise of that premium. So the SZV old age pension should be part to make your 70%. So that was the concern. And in addition, because we have a number of teachers that did not or do not have that length of time that they are working, they do not, how is it, the full pension is not applicable to them. So for full pension, you need to have 30 years or 35 years of service. And a number of them do not have. So it means then that it is the amount of years that you have working when you reach the 60 times whatever figure, whether it's 2.5% or 2%, is what you would be receiving in pension from your job. And that can bring a financial disaster for a number of teachers. So we were very happy that teachers that physically and mentally after 60 were willing to work, that for a number of years they were getting contracts. And I know of some of them that work up to even 67, even though that is not the norm, but at least that financial, the way of living and a financial stability that you are accustomed to. When you send those persons that don't have a full pension on pension, it can lead them into a situation where they are in poverty. We saw it happen into a number of civil servants also, and that's why as the anti-poverty platform we try to come up to say to government, this cannot be possible anymore. You have to make sure that someone that contributed get their living wage correct so that they can continue with a decent life. It is a human requirement. This is their human rights.
Bob, I can understand why you're parking so carefully. Of course, when you can get 80% discount on your Be Sure car insurance. But that's overdoing it, Bob.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
Yeah! Oh my, what an inventory list, and so unnecessary. But wait, your home contents are all insured by Be Sure. That means that you determine the amount you want to insure. No inventory list, no hassle.
Are you be sure? Be sure.
GEBE has been faithfully serving the communities of St. Martin, powering your home and our economy. Come rain or shine, our qualified team of professionals are working hard 24 hours a day to provide you and your family with safe, reliable electricity and water. We use the latest technologies and test our products daily to maintain the highest international standards. Our friendly staff is always there to assist you, whether in person, over the phone, or online. We are committed to constantly improving our products and services, making them more efficient, effective, and environmentally friendly to serve you better today and our next generation of clients tomorrow. GEBE, powering a brighter future.
Our friend Megawati is here with tips to save you energy. 1. Turn your airco temperature up. 2. Use a ceiling fan instead. 3. Buy energy saving products. Save some green with NVGEBE.
That bucket has superpowers.
Powers?
It makes people suddenly appear.
Really? You appeared.
It makes people suddenly appear.
At the right time.
Festive feast from KFC. The taste that brings everyone together. So good.
Need a loan that's quick and easy. Island Finance. Up to 50,000 guineas releasing. Island Finance. For education, a renovation. That's no problem. Yes, it's true. That's not all. They're quick and friendly too. Island Finance. Appliances, vacations, even fix your car. You can depend on Island Finance.
I'm feeling funny, man. I feel like I'm getting a pain in my chest.
I got this.
You sure?
Yes. It's 30 breaths and 2 compression. Give her here.
Oh, Monique, look, she waking up.
No, Father. It is not 30 breaths and 2 compressions. It is 30 compressions and 2 breaths. CPR can be done in 3 simple steps. Step 1, check and call. Step 2, press down or pump. Step 3, blow.
I got it now. It's 30 compression and 2 breaths.
Yes.
Right.
CAB.
How is the Parliament's budget? Has it been cut? How much has it been cut by?
We haven't received. Now, let me firstly answer. Yes, the 2016 budget of Parliament was cut. One, however, we haven't seen what the government is presenting for Parliament in its overall budget. So the 2016 budget in general is also a main discussion point for this government. So we haven't seen the 2016 one yet to see what of Parliament is now included in the general budget.
And will you, for instance, knowing the dire straits government is in, consider cuts to your budget when that is given to you as well?
You know, but from what I've understood, already some cuts have been made in that budget, in the budget of Parliament. In fact, in all budgets that were presented for 2016. And I believe that the budget 2016 needs to be discussed in its entirety, in terms of cuts, in terms of, you name it, and that too is a priority area for the coalition and the government.
But usually isn't it Parliament that puts together what it requires and sends that budget to government?
Oh, for sure.
But has that been done?
Oh yeah. 2016 was done compared to 2015. Cuts have been made, and again we are understanding that to balance the 2000 and yes.
Suggestions to you as to more.
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have any figures to say compared
No, haven't seen them yet.
Before Parliament?
Well, we have went through the review, the public review as stipulated by law. 3 zoning plans, basically the Simpson Bay area, the Cul-de-sac district, and the Little Bay district. After they have been put on public review, some comments was submitted. There is a committee of experts to review those comments. And with the advice of the committee of experts, it will be presented to Parliament. Right now, I have instructed the ministry to proceed with the other is 8 districts in total. We did 3, the other 5 districts, and they are in the planning for sometime the end of January. But as soon as we have the advice for the 3 previous draft zoning plans, it will be presented to Parliament for discussion.
So what's your idea of holiday happiness? Watching the kids open presents? Cooking in our new kitchen? The look on his face. Add to your holiday happiness with a loan from Scotiabank, and you could win a trip for 2 to Miami and other great prizes. Visit your Scotiabank branch today and talk to a representative about getting your loan. Contest ends January 15th. Conditions apply. Scotiabank. Discover what's possible.
everything is perfect and you would be great for the job. But I see here that there's a 2-year gap in your resume. What did you do?
I was hospitalized for mental illness.
Oh, mental illness?
I've undergone treatment and I have a wonderful family that supports me.
Well, that is good news.
No, it's fine. I'm recovered.
We'll contact you, okay?
For a better understanding of mental health and what you can do to stop mental health stigma, please go to the Mental Health Foundation's website at www.mhf-sxm.com.
Speaking of business, contrary to what some figures might indicate, all is not well with our tourism-based economy. The Ministry of Tourism, Economic Affairs, Transport and Telecommunications has had to cope with dwindling financial resources, which has brought the marketing and promotion of our destination almost to a standstill and seen St. Martin literally disappear from certain key markets. That situation is about to change. To revitalize the sluggish economy, this government intends to revive the public-private sector partnership, which has produced very positive results for us in the past. The proper functioning of a revamped St. Martin Tourism Authority will be given priority. Further consolidating St. Martin's Airport as a vibrant, revenue-generating regional hub will continue. Our hub partners of Anguilla, St. Martin, St. Barth, St. Eustatius, St. Martin, Nevis, and Dominica can rest assured of our continued cooperation and partnership. As sensitive as the tourism sector is to the international trends and developments which are beyond our control, I am sure that we can harness the creative potential of our people and unleash the entrepreneurial spirit to jumpstart our economy so that it can roar back into life. We will continue to put in place business-friendly policies and court well-meaning investors who will pursue environmentally sustainable projects that will create jobs and benefit the ordinary man. All our efforts will be geared towards revenue generation. In this regard, it is remarkable to note that for almost a whole year, the previous government sat on the building permit for the new fixed base operation, the FBO building at the Princess Juliana International Airport. They used all sorts of delaying tactics to stall this multi-million-dollar project that would have brought in close to $1 million guilders in permit fees alone for a government that badly needed the revenue. And this doesn't even include potential revenue from income taxes, from workers, etc. for a whole year. How do you describe a government that deliberately starves itself of income apparently because the company it favors did not win the bid for the construction of the project? That kind of cigar bar politicking will not be tolerated by this new administration. We have consequently reviewed the files, and within 1 month, we have issued all the relevant permits which the UP-led government refused to grant in 12 months so that the airport projects could proceed. Fellow St. Martiners, in one of my first speeches on taking office as Prime Minister, I reminded our senior citizens of one of the cardinal points in our governing program. I said then, and I repeat now, that the way we treat our seniors is a reflection of the kind of society we aspire to be. This government intends to keep its promise to treat our seniors with the respect, dignity, and consideration they deserve. We will therefore ensure that we lower the cost of electricity for them, a promise that previous administrations have not been able to fulfill. One way of achieving that is by installing solar panels on senior citizens' homes and through the use of LED lights. We will also establish a community help desk for our senior citizens and set up a council for the elderly that will advise government on matters relating to improving the quality of life for them in a sustainable manner. After decades of hard work and sacrifice, our seniors deserve to live a decent, healthy, and stress-free life. This government is committed to taking better care of them. Another area in which we will make important investment is in affordable housing. Our millennials must have access to that significant part of the St. Martin dream, a decent roof over their heads. Our young professionals who return home to help build this nation must not remain helpless in buying or constructing their own homes at a reasonable price. Here again, this government will vigorously seek to partner with the private sector to make this goal achievable. Fellow St. Martiners, residents of our beautiful island, it would be remiss of me not to mention the hot potato issue of which some of our professionals are treated, especially those whose records show the kind of exemplary performance that makes us all proud. The way in which the managing director of Princess Juliana International Airport Operating Company, a government-owned company, was abruptly suspended on St. Martin Day, just 2 days after the whole Parliament had praised the outstanding work she had been doing, is certainly nothing to be proud of.